Hey guys, yesterday Austin Macaulay re-released Where Ink Uncaged, my debut novel, I guess you can call it. There's a lot happening around that, guys, so stay tuned. There's a lot coming in this video, including a way for you to get Where Ink Uncaged sent to you, free delivery. That's a big bonus, I know. But first things first, if you're here and you don't know what the Eero Saga is, or just how Where Ink fits into it, you come to the right place. Okay, it's the first of a 4-book series of science fiction fantasy. You might have noticed that down below. With a 3-factor system. I like to leave messages or like more messages in my books. So it's going to be a 3-step system. Firstly, we only celebrate strong women in Eero. That's the whole thing about this. No woman in my books is overly sexualized purely for titillation. They're not there to be objects to lust over or to have desires for. That's going to happen anyway. I know that. That's fine. That's part and parcel of it. I've come to terms with that. But they're meant to be strong female leads for young girls and young women, or even women just of any age, to look at and say, I appreciate that, I get that, I like that. That's the main purpose of the leading ladies in the Eero Saga.
Well, this is it.
Secondly, it takes place on in a fictional country set in the modern world. When I say modern world, I mean the world as we know it, whether it be 2020, 2021, or 2071. Whatever time or time period it is that you pick up this book to read it, it is going to be set in that modern day, with the country still intact, or still in place anyway. The technology, the level of advancements is going to be set several hundred years advanced. They're more advanced than the current technology or current society. So whatever happens, I have tried to blend a fantasy fictional newly created country into the modern day world, as chaotic as that is. This many. There is 7, if not 8 codes scattered sparsely throughout the book that, if cracked or deciphered, they will give you a great insight into what's coming. You might even get an insight into specific characters, a little bit of a backstory, how someone came to be where they certainly shouldn't be, or how it is this all happened to begin with. It's all there, it's all laid out. It's just a matter of taking time to go out there and dive into the wonderful world of decoding that I found fascinating. You may not. That's a very strong possibility. I certainly loved it, so that's why I did it. I really hope you guys try this though, because this took a lot of effort to put into the books. It really did.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Primarily, the story of Where Ink Uncaged takes place in the Emerald Bay, or Castle Grey. If you get that reference, me and you are going to get along just fine. If not, I'm an 80s baby, I'll say no more than that. I like to have, as I mentioned I think earlier, I like to have morals in my stories. Specifically the morals that often came with the cartoons or the books of the 80s and 90s. Like Neverending Story had a great moral to it. He-Man, after every cartoon episode, you had to actually go and listen to the moral of the story, kind of have it spelled out to you. Or those old audio books on the cassette tapes. I used to love listening to them. That all had moral stories. I was raised on that, so I wanted to put that in my works just to kind of see if it really mattered in today's society. And a lot of people have actually commented on it, so I think it's doing some good. As part of that, I tried to avoid pinning down a character's definite appearance. Or, like, I didn't want a character to look the one specific way. I think the characters in any book are better if they're left kind of vague. Like if you think about The Hobbit, when he depicted The Hobbit, it was indeed depictive, but my variation of that differed from yours. And it was only since the films came out that a lot of people were let down, as I'm sure you know, because their variation of The Hobbit wasn't what was on the screen. Now, I do like the Lord of the Rings films. The Hobbits are not what I visioned them to be, so I tried to make that more of my work, where the character, here's a vague idea what a character would wear or is currently wearing in the situation. Here's their hairstyle or hair colour, like so that. Not the person is black, the person is white, the person's 7'4", the person's 5'4", the person's paunchy or thin or that. I never really got into that. I just kind of let it linger in your mind and let it. I want to. If you have a favourite character, I'm sure you do, everyone does this. I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this one. You put yourself in their shoes. You're envisioning yourself going through their plotline or the story itself. You're living it. That's what I'm hoping for people to do with this, and that's why I've created strong female leads, as well as strong male leads, but that the male leads don't take as much showtime in the first one, because not necessarily, it's about women. It's about the ladies. So, basic plot. Okay, Alpha Team have been sent to find the current team that's gone MIA. I apologize for the abbreviation, but it's missing in action, which is Team Bravo, or Bravo Team, as I just mentioned. They're sent to Eru. I nearly forgot that name. Okay, but almost instantly, they find a lot of things have gone wrong. Now, they do find a member of Bravo Team, and things start to get worse the second they find her. I don't want to give a lot away, but when they find one of the main characters and they integrate that character into the team, it opens up a lot more about what they have to do, why the original team went missing, and how it is and what it is they have to do to not only survive but then evacuate from Eru intact, if possibly with all limbs and appendages within their person. Not quite as easy as you may seem, especially when it's at this point in time we are hinted at a new creature, a new element of danger that does not come from folklore. It comes from something more man-made. Now, if you're not into fantasy or fiction, you're not into the whole science side of it, maybe you are, that's up to yourself, but there is something in this book for every single possible person out there. Guys, there is, if you're that old school person who likes the hack and slash, titillation thing, 80s style sex for the sake of sex, sorry, no. There is horror elements in this, but any kind of intimate activities are not there for the sake of just being there. They are there to drive the story forward. They are there for a valid reason. If you're into strong women who know exactly what they want and how to get it, and what they have to do is not always the best choice, but situations arise and they have to act. I hate this phrase, but for the greater good, for her own survival, that kind of thing. If you like the science behind lore, behind the creation of the new creature, that is scientifically sound, by the way, that's for you. Or if you just not bothered by any of that, how about this? We are introduced to my own creation, the prince of all lycanthropes, the very one who defined lycanthropy, is in this. A creature of such unrelentless bloodthirst, lust and power, it can only be stopped by one person. One voice has the ability to lull a beast of this power. Just saying. Something for everybody.
How was it? Was it cool? What did it look like? Did it have multiple eyes?
Shut up.
Alright guys, if you want to buy a copy of this, it's all available in, it's in a lot of shops, but they're all closed now. If your country is not on lockdown, I'm sure it's available somewhere near you. If it is on lockdown, like mine is, it's online. Many places offer free delivery, and they're all linked in the description down below. If you want more, if you want to kind of understand more, guys, there's more videos coming. There's more about the lore, about the characters. I'm going to keep it spoiler free, or at least I was, but I think it's just fun to just talk about the characters now, to get the backstory. You guys will have a taste in there, you know. So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy what you read. I certainly enjoyed writing it.